Yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers, as always, doing another top 3 video. This time covering the 3 players that I think are going to be on the roster bubble for this week. I don't know exactly when they have to cut down to the 53-man roster. I'm assuming it's this week, probably a couple days after the preseason game tonight when they play the Chargers. Yes, that is happening. The Chargers and 49ers game is happening tonight. Last game of the preseason should be a good time since we don't have to watch any more preseason. We can go on to the regular season, which is happening next Sunday. Also, Elvis Dumervil retired from the NFL. Thank you so much for what you've done for the 49ers for, I think, a year or two he was with this team, but he was a pretty good contribution. Wishing the best of luck outside the NFL. There's my news right there. There's everything going on. I'll probably have a video out about the preseason in general tomorrow on Friday. After that, we can get really crazy and talk about predictions and everything going on with the regular season when the games actually count. So yeah, let's do it. Let's kick some ass. Before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. As always, getting to 1,000 subscribers really soon. Hopefully we get there as soon as possible. That would be fantastic. I'm just going to get to it. The top 3 players on the roster bubble, in my opinion. Coming in at number 3, I have Nick Mullens, quarterback. Now, you're wondering, why am I putting him on this list? He did a really good job in preseason, and he gave us a win against the Dallas Cowboys last minute in the first game. To be honest with you, I think it's more of a Kyle Shanahan thing. He's not going to keep 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion. He's definitely going to keep Garoppolo, but what is he going to do with the backup spot? Is it going to be him or CJ Beathard? Although Beathard, I don't know, he hasn't had the best preseason so far. Mullens has had a really better preseason. He's outplayed him for the most part. Maybe he likes to keep Beathard because Beathard showed a little bit of promise last year in 2017. Although not the best team, I guess you could say, for the 49ers. Did a good job getting our first win against the Giants, and then Garoppolo took over. I don't know. This is kind of a tough situation, I would say, just due to the fact that I don't think we're going to keep 2 quarterbacks. Really the main reason why I put him on this list. Is it going to be him or Beathard? I don't know. We got to see when the rosters is out. Maybe I'm completely wrong. He'll keep both quarterbacks, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's only going to keep one just because of the fact he wants to use that other spot for somewhere else in the positions of our team because we need some help on other sides of the ball. Quarterback, that's kind of a strength. I'm assuming he's going to trust Garoppolo 100% to stay healthy and perform well for the rest of the season. Nick Mullens, pretty damn good preseason, but I don't know, just because of the fact they're not going to keep 3 quarterbacks, that's probably why he might be the odd man out, unfortunately. We'll see what happens, but in my opinion, he might be on the roster bubble just because of that fact. Coming in at number 2, I have Aldrick Robinson, wide receiver. 6-year veteran. An okay piece for the 49ers offensive wide receiver spot, but just because of the fact that we have so many wide receivers, so much talent in that spot, that he's the odd man out. I could list all these players right now. Marquise Goodwin, Pierre Garçon, those 2 spots are pretty much locked on. Dante Pettis, Kendrick Bourne, Trent Taylor, and Richie James. The emergence of Richie James during this whole preseason. I mean, that's 6 receivers right there that Garoppolo can go to, and he's probably the odd man out of this, and he's probably going to get cut by the end of the weekend when the 53-man roster has to be finalized. That kind of sucks, you know. Love to keep everyone that we have, but just can't happen. That's pretty much the biggest reason why Robinson is on the roster bubble, just because of the talent that we have right now with all the wide receivers, and also James has really emerged as a really reliable player, a 7th-round draft pick from Middle Tennessee State. I just see Robinson not making this roster, unfortunately. It's too much talent on wide receiver spot, and also the emergence of Richie James. Before I get to the number 1 player that I think is going to be on the roster bubble, I want to do a quick honorable mention. Going to be mentioning Jonathan Cooper, guard. This is kind of a turn of events because Josh Garnett is actually doing all right in the preseason, and Cooper is still rehabbing from his knee injury. I think that's the injury that he has. Pretty much that's the reason why. Also, Pearson's doing an all right job. He's pretty much the odd man out in the guard position, and I kind of expect him to be cut, although they guarantee him $4 million, but they can take the hit if they wanted to. There you have it. Jonathan Cooper, honorable mention. He might get cut by this week. Coming in at number 1 as the player that I think is on the roster bubble out of this whole roster is Joe Williams, running back. Now, this is so unfortunate. I was so excited for Williams when he got drafted by the 49ers. I thought he was going to take over for Carlos Hyde when he left this year, but that's not happening, to be honest with you. Jarrett McKinnon's the number 1 back. You got Matt Breida as the 2nd back, and Alfred Morris coming in a couple of days ago, almost a week ago, to be the 3rd man in the running back position. Like, Williams is pretty much the odd man out for the running back spot. I don't really expect him to be on this roster after this weekend when the 53-man roster has to be finalized. Very unfortunate. Injuries had to play with it. Also, just poor play in general. It kind of sucks. He won't be on this roster, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, this is a quick video. I pretty much mentioned most of these players on my videos in the past. I'm going to keep it as quick as possible. Joe Williams, unfortunately, running back, not going to be there by the time the 53-man roster is done. With the emergence of Alfred Morris, I think that's just gives a bigger reason for the 49ers to cut him even more, which sucks. Gonna keep it like that. You guys, please let me know who you guys think are on the roster bubble this year. It'd be nice to hear what you guys have to say. Chargers game's coming up tonight. I would definitely have a video on the preseason in general tomorrow, takeaways and everything. Be on the lookout for that. And if you guys like this, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. And I'll see you guys another time. So I hope you have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever. And I'll see you guys another time. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Enjoy the game tonight against the Chargers. Last preseason game.